In fact, it doesn't matter which version you play, there is simply no Michael Jordan anywhere. Well, have you ever wondered why this is? Why did Michael Jordan just disappear from video games around 1992? Well, let's look into it.
Yo, what's good? This the Mad Gamer back with another one. Go ahead and slam dunk the like button for the algorithm.
I mean, that thing came straight down. He dropped the hole.
And then make sure you go ahead and subscribe up, because we got all the latest games, gaming news, documentaries, unboxings on this one.
To understand this, we have to go back to the beginning of Jordan's pro career. So Michael Jordan had been a star in college and was coming off an amazing performance in the Summer Olympics in '84. He was the United States' leading scorer. Anyway, articles start.
Before he prefaces this, right, I just want to take a break and just say one thing. Michael Jordan wasn't in a lot of games, bro. Michael Jordan wasn't in 2K, I think, up until 2012 or something. 2K12 was the first 2K that Jordan was on. And it's a lot of other players that never made it. Like, for example, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley has never been on an NBA 2K game. And I just don't understand.
Started popping up about Jordan's amazing abilities in the 1984 NBA preseason games. Some of these early articles described Jordan's special Air Jordan shoes. Notice, by the way, that this was a long time before Air Jordans were on the market. Anyway, word about the shoes spread incredibly quickly in the media. And before Jordan had played his second NBA game, he had an exclusive deal with Nike worth at least $2.5 million. In terms of brand sponsorship money, Jordan was the best paid out of all the 1984 US Olympic stars, earning even more than Mary Lou Retton. Well, that gives you sort of an idea of the sort of personality that Michael Jordan was. However, early in his career, that exclusive Nike deal didn't mean anything about Jordan appearing in video games. Like the other NBA players, Jordan appeared in games such as Bulls vs. Lakers. You can play as Jordan if you control the Bulls in Bulls vs. Blazers on the Sega Genesis.
Yo, these games was crazy. You could actually break the backboard in these games. But don't tell me that he's not going to be able to be in the game because of the shoes? What? I don't know. Let's take a look. Wow.
And then there were the NBA All-Star Challenge games, which are horrible. Well, the problem with those games, though, is that they were lousy.
Yeah, I never saw that NBA All-Star Challenge game. So, you know, we got to look at that joint real quick. Look at this joint. See what it's looking like. Hold up. So they got horse. Oh, that's nice right there. They got horse. One-on-one tournament. 3-point shootout.
The gameplay is slow and confusing. The nice thing is that the players are distinguishable. The bad thing is that everything else is awful. Going back and playing those games again reminds me of why we played so much Tecmo NBA basketball back in those days. I mean, the game had problems, sure, but at least it was playable. The original NES version of Tecmo NBA basketball has Michael Jordan as a playable character. As I said before, this isn't exactly a great game. However,
that looks good. This looks way better than the other Nintendo joint, Double Dribble. That's the first game I ever played. This looked way better than Double Dribble.
If you want to play as Michael Jordan in an move. The NBA had apparently been selling merchandise with Jordan's picture on it, which Nike was upset about. And this was kind of significant. Jordan's name and likeness was worth so much that he figured he was better off without going through the Players Association for these deals. And so in 1991, the NBA sold an All-Star Weekend shirt that featured Jordan prominently placed in the middle of the stars. But for the 1992 shirt, Jordan was nowhere to be found.
That's crazy, bro. So that's crazy, bro. So you mean to tell me that the NBA wow.
And unfortunately for the fans, the name and likeness control extended to video games. We should be happy that Jordan actually appears in those games, even if it's under a generic name. That makes it at least a step above NBA Jam, right? Jordan also doesn't appear on the Bulls in NBA Live 95. The same is true of NBA Live 96, though I've read that he's a hidden character in the game. Now, what most of us don't realize, including those of us who were following video games at the time, is that Jordan did appear in a few video games, and these were all EA games. You've got Michael Jordan in Flight for MS-DOS, which came out in 1993, right around when NBA Jam came out in the arcades. It's a 3-on-3 game, and man, it is bad. This is one of the worst basketball games
Hold
I've
up,
ever
man.
played.
You know what I don't get about these old games, right? This is an old game for MS-DOS, and look at the players. Somehow they look kind of real. It's kind of like Pit Fighter. I don't understand it. Now, do you see what I'm saying, bro? This is literally, that's literally real people in there. Like, for example, you see how 2K looks now, just graphics. You know what I mean? The players are cartoons though, but it just look as real as possible. In these games, it look like real life, and it's back in the day. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why they left that way of making games alone. Because, I mean, you think about it. I mean, if they would have continued in this, wouldn't it mean basically they got real life people in the game? I mean, look how good this looks, bro. I gotta play this game again too. Pit Fighter on the arcade, because I never beat it. Wow, bro. Jesus. I don't get how old game looks so real. I don't get it.
For some reason or other, EA decided to give Jordan a platforming game, Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City, which came out in 1994. This one is a pretty lousy platformer. The controls are bad, the story is ridiculous, and the levels are long and frustrating mazes.
I remember that
fans
game.
were upset, so instead of having Jordan in NBA Jam, which was setting records in the arcade at the time, we had Jordan in a really crappy Prince of Persia ripoff game. When you look back, the whole idea was really dumb. Jordan apparently did come back for NBA Live 2000. You can unlock 3 different Jordan characters in NBA Street Volume 2, which is legitimately one of the best basketball games of all time. And then there's NBA 2K11, which is the best basketball game of...
You see what I'm saying? 2K11. I was 1 year off. I told you that's the first year he appeared, but did I hear him say what I think he said? Did he say 2K11 was the best basketball game of all time? Hold on, we gotta hear this.
NBA 2K11, which is the best basketball game of all time, no questions asked.
No, it's not.
Stop the cap.
That is not the best game. 2K11 is when all the animations came in to where you do a crossover and you fly all the way across the court, where you couldn't just run in a straight line on 2K. That's when NBA 2K11 ended, where you couldn't just run in a straight line. You push the button and you go over here, you go over there. This is when all the animation started, right here, 2K11. And bruh, believe it or not, this 2K11 probably had I wouldn't say more, but it had damn near as much animation as the new game, bruh. I mean, it was all animations, this game. It was ridiculous. And the crazy thing is they turned down the animation since 2K11. I mean, bruh, you had an animation to even run up the court.
But you know, we'll talk about those games individually when the time comes. But the sad part of all of this is that we didn't get an NBA Jam with Jordan. But did you know that there is one that exists? Video game designer Mark Turmell, who made NBA Jam, did a Reddit Ask Me Anything thread way back in 2017. According to Turmell, special versions of NBA Jam were created for Jordan, Gary Payton, and Ken Griffey Jr.
Wow.
Well, at some point in time, those EP-ROMs were dumped and shared. The result is this game, NBA Jam Special Edition, which you can think of as an unofficial sequel to NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Michael Jordan is a playable character right from the start.
Really?
There are a few buggy things about this version, but it's still a load of fun. And note that this is not a hack. All of this existed buried somewhere in the game's original source code. And if you have an arcade version of Tournament Edition, you can apparently flash the chips to play this version instead. Do a search or two on Google for NBA Jam Special Edition and you'll find what I'm talking about.
Yo, shout out to this YouTuber, right? Shout out to this YouTuber.
Now, I understand why Nike wanted the exclusive rights to Jordan, sure, and yeah, they made a lot of money from it. But we would have been so much better off as gamers if we had Jordan in NBA Jam instead of Chaos in the Windy City and that awful PC game. But
that's crazy, bro. I had no idea that the sneakers were the reason why. Man, sneakers are always the reason, bro.
Hey, at least we can play NBA